Hey Leo, what is going on? I hope you are super well. My name is Madam Butterfly and we're going to do a love reading for March. You are so welcome here. Leo, thank you so much for taking the time to check out the reading. I really appreciate it very much. And you know, if you feel like liking and subscribing for me once you've seen the reading, hopefully you'll feel like it resonates with you and you'll enjoy it. You know, I would appreciate that so much. I have a yellow candle going for you guys today, Leo. So I feel like it's kind of your color. Okay, your spiritual maturity has just come out. So whoever this person is, there's a real, you guys are going on a spiritual journey together. This whole relationship that you're about to get involved in, or even up until this point, you know, it's been a real spiritual journey. I just want to quickly check the book and see what it says here. Spiritual maturity. Honoring your own spiritual growth and that of your beloved is vital for a loving relationship. Okay. So I already know what this is going to be about because I also saw the distorted feminine at the bottom of the deck here. This is kind of similar to Scorpio's reading. They had a lot of these cards too because I feel like I need to talk about these. So there's a little bit going on here. I don't know, I'm going to speak to you like you're the divine feminine, and obviously if you're the divine masculine in this connection, just swap it around, okay? With spiritual maturity here, it's definitely been a journey for you. You're coming up here as this distorted feminine, okay? See how she's hiding her face from the sun? And she's come up right next to this luminosity she's basically the divine feminine in this deck, okay? She's kind of like the empress. So see how she's like properly in the sun? But at the moment, you're kind of showing up as this distorted feminine. So the spiritual maturity thing is kind of realizing that you have to wait for your masculine to get into their divine masculine, okay? Because often what happens with these things is like the feminine always has to lead the way, always, right? That's just how it is in these connections. So the feminine leads the way. So you may have been kind of mostly in your divine feminine when you met this person, right? But they probably were not in their divine masculine, right? So you're kind of waiting now. Because it is the feminine that leads, it's usually the feminine that kind of has to wait around, right, for the masculine to kind of get their shit together, right? But I feel like you're I feel like you're mostly in your divine feminine now, but you do kind of have these little wobbles, right, when you kind of get frustrated, right? Because see how she's hiding her face? It's almost like she's crying. You know how she's kind of like, ah. Like, this is taking so long, like, why is this taking so long? Like, I'm so tired of waiting, and like, I'm so angry with my masculine for taking so long, and like, what the hell's the matter with you? Like, why are you so slow? Like, why don't you just move faster? Like, I don't understand. But it has to be a point where you're both ready, see, so you can kind of walk up that mountain together, right? Because at the beginning, the feminine often supports the masculine, is what I tend to find in these connections. So they're the luminosity card is all about being patient. The divine feminine card here, it's all about being patient and kind of waiting for your divine masculine to catch up with you, basically. So I feel like that's kind of what you're dealing with at the moment. I feel like you're mostly in the empress energy, but you do have these wobbles where you kind of every so often you're like, what the hell? Why are you so slow? I hate you. But I feel like they're few and far between now. You know, I feel like you're mostly kind of chill. It's just every so often you have a wobble. But I said this to someone the other day, like, don't be hard on yourself about the wobble. Because every time you wobble, you're dealing with your shadow side a little bit more. So eventually this is just going to go away completely, right? And also, this has been coming out for you quite a lot here, Leo, and I feel like it's something, I feel like this is both of you. I feel like this is your masculine as well, because they've shown up there, right? feel like both of you have had, I mean, it's a big group, right? But I feel like both of you have had some kind of restriction in your childhood that you're kind of unlearning at the moment. You're basically reparenting yourself. And actually the card talks about, it doesn't have to be anything to do with your parents as such, right? It could just be, you know, it could be something that happened with your siblings. It could be something that you learned, you know, from the other children in school, right? Maybe you were bullied in school or something, but it could very well be something to do with your parents, that you're unlearning this now, both of you. And there's your divine masculine there. So they are stepping into their divine masculine. Yep. Divine masculine, clarified by the 9 of Cups, dreams coming true. So this person, they are out there, you know, or you've already met this person and it is happening. It's just going to take a bit of time, okay? Because also this luminosity card talks about the only thing that you can really do is make your feelings known and then kind of focus on yourself, because what you're doing at the moment is you're actually making space for this person to come in. And for some of you, that's you're dealing with your inner child at the moment. But this masculine coming towards you is going to be a dream come true, all right? 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, dream relationship. That's far too many. Stop it. Okay, clarify the parenting card for me, please. Oh, you guys have, now, please don't rip my head off in the comments, okay? Because, you know, if you don't want to hear it, don't watch it, okay? Or just don't take it on board, okay? Just don't take it on board. Some of you, or this could be your person, have abandonment issues from your childhood, okay? Because the reparenting yourself card is clarified by the 9 of Swords, darkest fears, and moving on. The 8 of Cups, which can often talk about abandonment issues, okay? Now, the interesting thing about abandonment issues is, and you can find this pretty much on any website. The interesting thing about abandonment issues is it doesn't always mean that a parent left you. It can actually talk about having parents who were emotionally unavailable. So it can kind of feel like you were emotionally abandoned even though both your parents were there. Of course, you could have had a parent leave you, you could have both parents leave you. I'm sure, you know, people have very traumatic childhoods, but there's something here about abandonment, and I feel like you both have it. I feel like you've both gone through the same thing, which is probably why you feel so familiar with this person, because you know, you basically see yourself in this person, whoever they are. Your masculine or your feminine, take it as it resonates. But yeah, there's like this fear of abandonment here that's come from childhood, and when you take that into an adult romantic relationship, essentially it kind of shows itself in, it can show itself in a number of ways. You know, one of them is that you tend to go for people who are kind of below you a little bit, so you feel like there's less chance of them abandoning you, is one way. Another way is that you tend to be the person that's always doing too much, right? Because you're scared the other person's going to leave you, right? It can also manifest itself in you massively having your boundaries up. You know, having your guard up and having your sacral chakra completely shut down, and you not being good with like managing emotions is another way it can show up. So yes, it can also be to do with emotionally unavailable parents. I don't know if I said that, or emotionally unstable as well. But I feel like it's a fear of abandonment here. Okay, what else please? That's, again, Spirit, what are you doing? That's far too many. Alright. Okay. Wow, your reading's intense, Leo. So to get into your divine feminine here, you have to release this feeling of abandonment, this fear of being rejected. See, this is the thing, right? The fear of abandonment is showing up as a fear of rejection. So that can mean many things, right? Maybe a parent did leave, okay? Maybe your parent was emotionally unavailable and didn't show you a lot of love. That's rejection as well. That shows up as rejection as well later on. Maybe they were very emotionally unstable, you know? So one day you come in, for example, right, and you say like, hey mom, like I did you this picture, right? And sometimes she's like, oh my god, that's an amazing picture, let's put it on the wall, right? And then other times she'll be like, okay, great, I'm busy, what do you want me to do? So this emotionally, you never really knew what you were gonna get. So sometimes you got rejected, sometimes you were loved, right? This kind of thing, it's whatever it was for you, it's going to be different slightly different for everyone, but it's manifested itself in your life as a fear of being abandoned. So in order to get into this divine feminine energy, that's something that you have to release. All right, because look, your true self, look at all the sun, look at all the light that's waiting to come out. See, this is just your outer coating, this fear of abandonment, but your higher self, your inner self, the real you that's trying to get out, Leo, you know, once you get past the ego, because that's the ego saying this person's gonna leave me, you know, once you get past that, that'll be you and your divine feminine. This is what you're currently releasing, okay? You're already doing this, so just keep doing what you're doing. Alrighty, what else for Leo, please? The sun. This is so funny because you're the sun, obviously, and there's so much in this reading about the sun. Because I just want to show you these without messing up my spread too much. Look, she's in the sun there. So reparenting yourself, like rediscovering your own sun, like being, you know, allowing yourself to be in the light, basically. Allowing yourself to find the light. Because all these cards down here, they're quite dark. I mean, I know they're colorful, but like the background is actually quite dark. You know, if you look at these two, it's a dark background, right? And then you have the sun again here behind her. You have, you know, the distorted feminine hiding from the sun here, and then you have your masculine and feminine going up here towards the sun together, right? So neither one of you are particularly comfortable with the thought of actually allowing yourselves to be happy, is what I want to say, because you're not used to it. Yeah, that's what I want to say here. Whew. So, geez, Leo, why is your reading so intense? So you have the distorted feminine with the sun again here. And see how the distorted feminine is kind of hiding from the light? You gotta let your light shine. You know, you're moving out of the dark into a place where you can actually let your light shine. And again, that's particularly relevant because you are a Leo. You know, you're supposed to shine. This is what I always say in Leo readings, like this is one of the reasons you chose to be born under that particular sign in this reality, so that you could shine. Leos in particular, like Aries are the leaders obviously because they're first, but Leo, you were put here to shine, right? And often what happens with that is because what happens with that is like basically you're just here doing your thing, right? Shining your light, being, you know, being entertaining, being funny, kind of getting a lot of attention, right? Without really meaning to, just kind of what happens. And then other people, you know, start to be like, why is this bitch getting all the attention, right? I'm going to take her down a peg. I'm going to show her that she shouldn't be getting the attention. I should be getting the attention, right? That's not fair. Why am I not getting the attention, right? So over time, people, you know, they start snipping at you, and you get, you know, because you're getting all the attention, you start being a focus for bullies, even with your family, right? Maybe your brothers and sisters are like, why are you always getting so much attention? Like, you think you're so awesome, blah, blah, blah. You know, until eventually you just kind of started hiding a bit from the light, you know? It's almost like you don't think you deserve to be in the light. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. But yeah, it's your time to kind of stop hiding from the attention, Leo, because you're supposed to shine. You're supposed to get the attention. That's why you're here. So just ignore everybody, because I know there's always a lot of this like, oh, Leos love attention, but it's actually not so much that. It's that you're supposed to be in the spotlight. That's your job. So just ignore people that are saying that shit, right? And you also have, and look at that, more sun. There's so much sun and yellow in this reading. You have the Strength card, Control, which is another Leo card, right? Because that's the Lion. So the thing about this Control card, the Strength card, and especially coming out under that Spiritual Maturity card, because remember, this is the one I was saying about being patient because you're moving forward together, right? It's like it's a team thing. You know, the feminine doesn't really move forward without the masculine, right? You gotta wait for your masculine, right? Even though they're being slow as balls, right? That's the system. It's a shit system, but hey, so is childbirth, right? So the thing about the Control card here is it's actually releasing control. This card in this deck in particular talks about kind of not micromanaging situations and like not always wanting to be in charge. You know, very much this energy of like, you're not going fast enough. Like, why are you not going fast enough? Like, why have you not called me yet? Why has this not moved forward? What's wrong with you? You should be moving faster. You know, if you loved me, you would move faster, right? It's kind of learning to be compassionate and be patient and kind of control those inner urges, especially for a fire sign, especially for Leo, right? Because this is your card. You know, it's learning to kind of control those impulses that, you know, you maybe want to leave them, right? Because they're not moving fast enough. Maybe there's part of you that's like, oh, well, the hell with you then. I'm just going to find someone else, right? But that is actually, because you don't really want to be with anyone else, it's kind of charging off on like a campaign of your lower will, right? Whereas you're learning to control that side of you so that you can move forward together, because that's what you really want, right? So let's pull another couple of cards here. You could also be dealing with another Leo. Could be dealing with a, yeah, I said Scorpio, right? Could be dealing with a Gemini. Okay, you have the World card here. So yeah, this is going to work out, okay? You have your Divine Masculine, you have your Nine of Cups, dreams coming true, and you have the World. So a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. So, you know, this is, the World card is one of the achievement cards, like moving forward to a new cycle, right? You've completed an old cycle and now you're moving into a new cycle, but it's not just that you completed the old cycle, you did it really well, okay? I want to say as well, whoever the Divine Masculine is in here, they're closing down an old cycle too. And when you get the World, it's moving into a very deep new cycle together. Ace of Swords. Okay, so you're having to, this, I want to say this is both of you, all right? The Ace of Swords here. And it's come out with this reparenting stuff and these, the Eight of Cups, this abandonment thing. Because I really feel, even if you're not acknowledging it, you might not realize until, I don't know, maybe you'll see this reading and you'll be like, damn, I do have a fear of abandonment. You're actually, there's a breakthrough in that, okay? Because this is one of your darkest fears, is like your person leaving you, or like people leaving you. And it's almost, I want to say, if they just put it in my head, I'm going to leave them before they can leave me. So you may have had a fear of commitment in the past. I feel like that's more you than them, because I feel like this other person you're dealing with, they may be more clingy than you. You may have had a habit in the past of finding a reason to end a relationship, right? Or like I said earlier, deliberately going, I can't remember if I said it, I meant to say it, deliberately going for people who are kind of below you, so that it's almost like you know it's going to end, like you know it's not going to work out, you know? I feel like there might have been like a little bit of a fear of commitment on your part because of this fear of abandonment, and you may not have even realized until very recently that you had this fear of commitment, but you're breaking through that, okay? There's like mental clarity about that. So you're learning to reparent yourself here. Mental breakthrough. You have the Magician. You have Luminosity, the Five of Pentacles, the Death card, and you have the Magician. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. So you have everything you need now to move away from this Five of Pentacles energy of feeling like fear of rejection. All right, you're releasing that, and now you're ready. With the Magician, you're ready. Once you've released that, you will be ready. And I feel like you're doing it now. I feel like this is happening now. You could also be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini. Yeah, because it doesn't really matter what stage you're at the moment, because they're telling you that this is what's going to happen, okay? So just keep going, you know, self-control, right? Don't let this lower will get the better of you, because this is where you're heading, okay? Because the shadow side is never fun. It's never fun doing the shadow work. Like, it's really awful, but you're going to feel so much better once it's done, and this is what's waiting for you when it's done. You may already be in this, okay? You know, it's probably going to be different for different people. I just want to reshuffle those because I'm not really sure. Clarify the Sun card for me. Okay. So you have the Eight of Cups again. All right. There's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. Okay. So you have the Distorted Feminine, you have the Sun, and the Eight of Cups. So yeah, you're just releasing. You're just walking away from things that were not good for you with the Eight of Cups and letting yourself shine. Okay, and one more, please, from this deck. Clarify the Control card. The Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. Have patience. It actually says it on the card. The Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Ariel. Have patience. And it's come out underneath spiritual maturity and control. So you're getting to this place where you're like, okay, I really want to be with this person. And if it takes them a really long time, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not going to run off and try and get with someone else that's kind of a loser. I'm just going to stay, you know, I'm going to wait for this person. I'm just going to try and be patient with them. It says you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Okay. Sorry, Leo, my camera cut out. Make plans for your next endeavor. So you're in a place at the moment, you know, they're saying have patience, control that kind of wilder side of yourself that wants to run off. And, you know, make plans for the future, right? Make plans for the future. And you also have the Two of Cups here. You know, so this is what they're saying here. Like, you have this soulmate energy. Two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Don't give up on those you love. So have patience. You know, they're saying wait for this person. Because this person they're trying to step into their divine masculine at the moment. But think about, sorry about the blur, think about how long it took you to get into your divine feminine. You know that it doesn't happen overnight, right? It takes a while. So, you know, I'm not saying you should wait, that's just what the reading is saying, okay? They're saying have patience, control that side of you that wants to run off, you know, the side of you that's getting angry with this person for not moving fast enough. Because this is going to be, look at that, I love that image, it's going to be something really beautiful when it comes together. And this person is a soulmate, Leo, it is the one you're supposed to be with. It's just going to take a little bit longer, okay? Or, you know, they might already be like very close, right? And I just want to say as well, the way that's come out, see the way the Strength card is looking down at the Two of Cups? See, it's like your higher self is kind of looking down, watching this come together. So it's like your higher self can kind of see, right? Your higher self is going, okay, like I'm gonna wait because I know this is the right person for me, and I know it's gonna be something beautiful, and I know it's gonna be worth waiting for. Sorry if you can hear my phone going. Okay, you have the Sun. Okay, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, you could be dealing with a Leo. Again, you have more Leo energy here, so you have a very happy ending. Look at that, Leo. You have the Divine Masculine, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, the World, a very happy ending, and you have the Sun, a happy outcome. So this has a happy outcome, okay? This has a happy ending. Keep the faith. Okay, do you want to give us some hints about this person coming towards Leo, please? They might not. We can ask them. The Six of Fire. Oh, very nice. Okay, they're coming in fast. They could be another Leo. They could very definitely be another Leo. You have victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. It's also come out along this reparenting column here. So it's like there's a victory here for both of you, I want to say, over this like fear of abandonment. You're having this like insight, and the Six of Wands is like victory over this, okay? You have the Hanged Man, awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So you're actually going through, this is about you, okay? You're actually going through an awakening at the moment. Like, this is the reason for the delay, all right? Is because Spirit's been trying to give you this different perspective, because you haven't really been being yourself, Leo. You haven't really been letting your true light shine, because you've kind of always kept it under wraps, because I don't know if you blamed yourself for whatever this abandonment was as a child, and you maybe kind of, oh, it's like if I can just act a different way, then I'll make my parents happy, you know? Or if I just act a different way, like, you know, maybe my mum will love me more, or like, you know, maybe that parent wouldn't have left or something. But this you stepping into your divine feminine has been all about you releasing this fear of rejection, so you have everything you need to move forward, okay? This has been the reason for the delay, and you're actually learning to be yourself again. So I feel like it's been a long time since you've actually really let your true self shine. You have the Four of Wands, yeah. Excuse me, Leo. So you have the distorted feminine, you have the Sun, you have the Eight of Cups, and you have the Four of Wands. So there is something better for you than what you have left behind. I don't know I feel like it came up in your reading recently. You may have left someone behind, like an old relationship or something like that. You may have left it behind, and they want you to know you've made the right decision, okay? Because there's a commitment here. You know, with the Eight of Cups, it's like you've walked away from something and you're walking towards this commitment here. Contentment, peace, and happiness, a happy home life. You know what? There's something here. I don't know if it's just you or it's your person as well, but you have a bit of a thing about a happy home life. Like, hold on. It's almost like you've never really allowed yourself to kind of dream of having a happy home life because you maybe didn't have such a happy home life as a child. But now you're kind of releasing all that, and you're actually, instead of kind of self-sabotaging, because I feel like in the past you've self-sabotaged, like you've gone for people, like I said earlier, it's almost like you knew it wasn't, subconsciously, obviously you wouldn't do it on purpose consciously, but your subconscious is kind of gone for people who it's like you knew it wasn't going to work out with, or who, you know, they kind of mirrored your parents, like they maybe weren't emotionally available, you know what I mean? But you're releasing that now, and they're saying like whatever you've walked away from, you're walking towards a commitment here. And this beautiful Two of Cups energy. And one more, please. Yeah, see how slow the card is coming out? They're saying don't get impatient because it's going slowly, okay? That's the way it's meant to be. You're healing at the moment. Just because it's not going fast doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, all right? It is definitely going to happen. It's just that it's just not going as fast as you would like. Look how slow these cards are coming out. And one more, please, to clarify the Two of Cups. Alright, what's going on here? We have the Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. That is the one that we are going to go with because we don't need three. We're going to look at them quickly though. Yeah, so you have the Two of Cups here with the Ten of Cups. So this relationship is going to be contented and rewarding family life. There's this total emotional fulfillment here. Your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships, and it's with the Two of Cups. Leo, like this is a beautiful reading, and there is something here. It's almost like you're scared of having a happy family because you don't know what it's like. Maybe there's a part of you that thinks you can't do it because you didn't come from a happy home. That's going to affect your future home. It's not, okay? Because you're healing it. They're making sure that you're healing it before you get into this connection. This is part of it, okay? So that you're not doomed to repeat the same mistakes as what happened in your childhood. You know, you're dealing with it so that you guys can, because there's something, you and this person are destined to have a happy family or like a happy home, right? It's what you've signed up for here, and this has been a tough lesson, but you will get through it, okay? You also have the Five of Swords here and the Two of Swords. So don't get super caught up in your head here. There's also, I want to say, with the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords, don't let negative people from your past kind of get in, like, you know, don't let negative things that have happened in your past kind of make you block out this new connection that's coming in here, okay? It's time to release, because part of you may have been almost kind of pretending there's not a problem or something for the longest time. Maybe it took you a while to kind of get into these emotions or something. But yeah, with the Ten of Swords here, like, expect things to get better now, okay? It's the end of a difficult situation, and you have the Knight of Cups here, okay? There's definitely, this person's coming in with an offer of love, okay? They might be a little caught up in their head at the moment, okay? Something like this. But I'm going to leave the reading there, because this has been a super long reading, Leo. Apologies for making it long, but it felt like it needed to come out. So I'm going to jump into the extended reading, and we're going to talk. We're definitely going to do some characteristics about your person coming in. We're going to get some messages from this person coming in, and we're going to talk about what's going on with them at the moment, okay? So yes, and if I see you over there, awesome, looking forward to it. But if not, I just want to say thank you very much for watching the reading. I hope you are, I hope it resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed it. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I'd appreciate very much. Many blessings, Leo. Lots of love and light.